and welcome back. And this is my review of the first InuYasha movie known as Affection's Touch... Wait. Oh, that's not... Wait, is it? Yes, the first InuYasha movie known as Affections Touching Across Time. Whew, boy. Now, I want to say I've never actually watched all four of the InuYasha movies all the way through. I've watched the first two so far. I do plan on watching the other two before I review them, obviously. So, but before this, I've never actually watched any of them all the way through, actually, which is kind of depressing because this movie was really fucking good. So, yeah. It was directed by Toshiya Shinohara and produced by Mikihiro Iwata and Michihiko Suwa and Masuo Ueda. And it was written by Masami Hata, Hiroyuki Yano, Isamu Imakake, and Toshiya Shinohara. Wow, lots of writers here. And screenplayed by Katsuyuki Shimisawa. It's based on InuYasha by Rumiko Takahashi, obviously. The music's by Kaoru Wada, and the cinematography's by Hisao Shirai, and it was released December 15th, 2001. Not sure when it was dubbed, though, and thus released in the States. Oh well. Anyways, plot summary. InuYasha's father defeated a powerful Chinese moth yokai named Hyoga two centuries ago. So basically, that'd be 200 years ago, yeah. Because the century's 100 years, I believe. So, yeah. Now, a Shikon Jewel fragment has freed Menomaru, Hyoga's son. He seeks revenge for his father's destruction and to free the tremendously limitless power and strength of his father's sealed away within him. Menomaru has his minions Ruri and Hari begin battling with InuYasha. Miroku and Sango have their hands full dealing with the duo, Ruri having copied Miroku's wind tunnel and Hari having stolen Sango's faithful companion. Kilala. Menomaru curses Kagome, so she turns against InuYasha. And that's basically where the plot gets started for this movie. Now, whenever I watch an anime movie that's based on or any anime series, 9 times out of 10 they're not canon. So you know that that any events that happen in there are completely irrelevant. Even if it's a what-if scenario where the main characters end up dying in the end, albeit probably still taking out the villains, it's still, it's not canon. So you know nothing going to come of it. The Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto and Naruto Shippuden movies are like this, and so are the InuYasha movies. So there's really not that much of suspense, really, usually. And I don't really think I've seen anyone from a popular series that really were what-if scenarios either, except for Naruto Shippuden's movie. I forget what it was called. It was the most recent one released, though. I haven't actually watched it yet. But that's a what-if scenario, but that's a completely different story, though. But this movie was still very enjoyable in and of its own right. I actually do want to talk about the art first, because the art doesn't look tremendously different from the other movies. If you can hear my dogs barking in the background, just please try to ignore it. But it's not tremendously different from the actual series, but it is slightly different in some aspects, and I heard that that's because it actually sticks closer to the original manga, where for some reason the anime kind of altered some of the character designs and other art and whatnot. But I actually did like the art in this much better. The animation, of course, is top notch. Top fucking notch. Alright. Like, oh my god. I mean, it's movie quality. It's animated movie quality, obviously. It really is. And it definitely shows. Alright. Also, the music's fucking amazing. There really is no opening, but the ending is really amazing. Alright. Now I kind of went backwards with my rambling. Let's talk about the plot. The plot is very simple, but it works. One thing I always liked is when we got more insight on InuYasha's father's past, which if you don't know, InuYasha's father was a great dog demon. Probably one of the most powerful demons ever. He might have been even the most powerful. Because he basically wielded both, not to mention, first off, his immensely incredible demonic powers naturally. Plus, he also wielded the Tetsaiga and Tetsaiga. So it's like, you know, that's a lot of fucking power right there. He was called the Ino no Taisho. Alright, and I always like to get more insight on him because we never really got a whole lot in the series. I mean, we did get some, but I wish we would have got more, you know? I wish we would have got to see him, even if it's just like in flashbacks or something, because I don't think that we ever did. But anyways, though. So, the plot is simple, but it works, alright? And the character's not really a whole lot to talk about. I do like that Kagome's voiced by her original voice actress and not the less good voice actress that she's voiced by in the final act, because this was obviously released years before the final act, 2001, in fact. So, yeah. That was a long-ass time before the final act. So obviously she would still be voiced by the same voice actress that she was voiced by in the original series, which I think is really good, because that voice actress did an amazing job with Kagome, I think. Alright. Other characters include, we don't really get to see the original Hyoga, but his son, Menomaru, who claims that if he would obtain his father's power, he would be called Hyoga. So I don't know if Hyoga is just a title, or maybe his father would be reborn inside of him, and that's why he'd call himself Hyoga. That part was never really explained. I mean, if they would keep it simple, they probably would have just said, Hyoga. It was just a title, and that wasn't actually his father's name. That was just a title because of his position, But I don't know. They never really explained that part, but I'm willing to let that go, though. Excuse me. So, but Menomaru is a pretty generic villain, just like the vast majority of villains in InuYasha. But he plays his role pretty well, because his role as a villain is just to challenge the protagonists, and he does that very well. So yeah, but I think I will definitely recommend this movie. If you're an InuYasha fan but you haven't seen this movie yet, like me, I definitely recommend that you check it out. It's how long does it last? 100 minutes. So that would be an hour and 40 minutes. So it's just an hour and 40 minutes long, so it's not very long at all, really. So I definitely recommend that you check out this movie. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.